Now that Eamon's popped the question, Orla's all set to enjoy her big day. But as anyone who's organised a wedding knows, it's not all plain sailing.
What about the wedding cake?
Oh my God, I forgot all about it.
The dress, the flowers, the guests, the cake, the photographers, 101 things to keep track of.
Now, what about the present list?
Oh God, I forgot all about it.
If you've a big event to organise, keep watching for learning points on writing dates in your diary, reading invitations, using the golden pages, and, as always, the regular spelling tip. If you've a copy of the Read Write Now workbook, keep it handy. We'll be working on exercises from pages 69, 70 and 76 this week.
Hello, Read Right Now. Hello, John.
Yes, as well as the workbook.
The workbook's very useful to have because you can practice your reading and writing during the week. The number to ring for your copy is 1800 20 20 65. Now, our first stop this week is Raheny in Dublin to meet Derek O'Brien. Derek's keen to make sure that his 4-year-old son Jamie gets more out of his school days than he did. Derek's reading wasn't too bad, but his difficulties lay in writing and spelling. He puts it down to his own lack of interest, combined with the intimidating atmosphere at primary school.
Some of the beatings we got in school, the teacher used to hit us with a drumstick kind of thing, you know, if we didn't do all the homework or we got an answer wrong or you were laughing, you get 6 slaps with a drumstick. And then you didn't know the answer the second time, you get another 6 belts on the other hand with a drumstick, and, you know, it wasn't very nice. Just a bit of a nightmare, basically, you know what I mean? Secondary school wasn't too bad. The woodwork and metalwork and mechanical drawing and things like that, I was always into that. Loved doing them things, you know. I was never too bad at reading, but to stand up and read now I would be nervous. Writing was just a nightmare. I could write. It was just starting off originally. It took a long time. It was several times in secondary school we'd get a blank piece of paper and we were asked if an accident happened, who was the best people to have there, a doctor and nurse and things like that, scenarios like that. Now I knew the answer and a lot of the class didn't, but the teacher came along to me and asked me why I didn't write anything down on the page, and I explained to her, well, I can't write, I can't do that, I can't do it on a blank page. And it turned out she was my English teacher, which was my form teacher at the time, and she actually just said, oh, okay, and just left it. She never actually said, well, we'll get you some help kind of thing or anything like that. She just ignored it, you know, nothing to do with her.
There you go, Orla. Try not to wet me. Orla, love, would you ever wake up and hose down the car?
Sorry, Ma.
Orla, love, what's wrong with you?
Nothing, Ma. Eamon proposed to me last night.
What? Oh, love, that's wonderful.
Now, the important thing here is planning. We start by making a list of things we have to do, then we can create deadlines. What's first?
My dress.
Catering.
No. The first thing is how many people are we going to invite, then we can set a budget.
My dress is important. I want to look fabulous for the day.
You will, love. Now, don't go getting bride-itis on us. You'll have yourself up in a heap before the big day.
Don't worry, love, we'll plan everything. We can't have your wedding turning out a disaster like your cousin Margaret's was.
Oh, stop now, will you?
How many people are you thinking of inviting?
No more than about 20.
Surely we can afford a few more.
No, Ma, myself and Eamon are going to pay for it ourselves.
Love, the least we can do is give you a decent wedding.
Thanks, Ma, but we're going to pay for it ourselves, and what we save from the wedding, we're going to spend it on a great honeymoon.
Okay, 20 people. Look, will you and Ma list the 20 you want to invite? Now, let's see. Catering. Dress. Oh, I'll book the church.
No, Da. Myself and Eamon have decided we just want a quiet wedding at the registry office.
Love.
Yeah, whatever you want, love. It's your big day.
Okay, love. Now, what else do we need in our list?
Oh, Betty wants to be responsible for the flowers.
Yeah, that'd be great. I want proper flowers now, though, because it's such a small wedding. It's not too much work for her, is it?
No problem. She has a book and it tells you everything.
Okay, Betty to do the flowers. Now, will you make the list, love? I'll set the dates for when we have to do things.
When you've important things to do on particular dates, it's handy to write them into a diary or onto a calendar so you don't forget. Many diaries are laid out like this one, with a double page for each week. The month is written at the top and there's a section for each day marked with the day and date. If you've a parent-teacher meeting on Wednesday the 14th of November at 2:30, you can write it here. If you've to attend a course on Saturday the 17th, you could write it like this. You can then check your diary to remind yourself what you have to do each day. You could also write your appointments on a calendar. There's usually one page for each month of the year. On this calendar, the days are written across the top, Monday to Sunday, and a date is written in each box. This month begins on a Thursday. Again, you could write in that parent-teacher meeting on Wednesday the 14th and the course on Saturday the 17th. The calendar, like the diary, can also help you to see which day of the week a date falls on. If your son's birthday is on November the 24th, you can see that it falls on a Saturday this year. If you've arranged to meet a group of friends on the second Friday of the month, you can see from the calendar that it's on the 9th.
Hi, Bernie. Orla, love. Congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, that was quick. Who told you?
I did. So, you're getting married. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
And I expect it's invitations you'll be wanting.
Oh yes, some gold and silver ones with pictures of wedding bells.
And what would Orla like?
Something simple.
Something simple.
Well, simple and classic. Have you any examples to show me?
Oh, books full of them.
Ah, that's cute. Mr. and Mrs. James Irvine request the pleasure of the company of at the marriage of their daughter Sarah with Mr. Jonathan Kavanagh at the Church of the Sacred Heart, Donnybrook, on Saturday 26th of August at 2:30 p.m. and afterwards at a reception in the Court Hotel, Killiney Bay,
No.
RSVP.
No.
Too long.
And too fancy. What's RSVP again?
Répondez s'il vous plaît. It's French. It means let us know if you're coming. That's how you know how many people to expect.
Oh, I don't know.
Why don't we make one up for you exactly the way you want it?
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Now.
When people are organising large events such as special birthday parties or weddings, they usually send written invitations. Wedding invitations are usually quite formal and are laid out in a particular way. The invitation begins with the name of the person inviting you to the wedding, often the bride's parents, and your own name. It then says, to the wedding of, and gives the names of the people getting married. It gives the location of the wedding itself, a church or registry office, followed by the location of the reception, often a hotel. Another very important piece of information is the date and time of the wedding. Because they're very formal, wedding invitations often use words and phrases that we wouldn't normally use if we were talking to someone. Instead of saying, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy invite you to, they often say, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy request the pleasure of your company at... It's just another way of saying they'd like you to be there. Another unusual feature of many invitations is that they have RSVP written at the bottom, followed by an address and possibly a date. This is a French phrase, Répondez s'il vous plaît, which means please reply. It's not important to remember the French phrase, just that RSVP means that the person sending the invitation wants you to phone or write to let them know if you are coming. Then they can work out how many people to expect for the wedding. After leaving school, Derek took a course at the College of Marketing and Design, which he completely enjoyed. Then he had a series of jobs in the catering trade. But his struggles filling in application forms and his reluctance to admit his problems to any employers held him back. Eventually, his mother persuaded him to join a local adult literacy scheme. Derek was delighted at the welcome he got there.
So I went down and met the tutor. The tutor was terrified. You know, I was nervous, but the tutor was a lot more nervous than I was. He asked you, tell me what you can do. So I sat chatting with him for about an hour, explaining, yeah, I can do this and I can't do that. And he's asked me what do I have problems with. I said, well, application forms. I said, there's a promotion coming up in work. I'd love to be able to fill out the application form, and I know how to do it. I know what to say. I said, but writing it down, I said, it takes so long, and then I just kind of tear it up and throw it away. So bit by bit, we went through the application form. He photocopied it, and we filled it out. Did it again and again and again. Like after a week or two, finally I just did it, brought it in, got the job, got the promotion. So it was well worth it. And writing checks, I said, I loved it. It's a bit embarrassing having a checkbook and not being able to take it with you and like write a check for messages or whatever you want to buy. We started on checks then, I started on numbers and things like that. Bit by bit, got my confidence up kind of thing. And the job that I went for was in the store, so you had to be doing a lot of writing. And then after starting to write, my brain kind of started working again, and I got the confidence then to go for another promotion.
Once he realised that he was well able to handle the writing and the spelling involved in work in the stores, Derek set his sights higher still, and he decided to go for something completely different.
So I said, well, I'll try computers, so it was a bit risky. I've never done the computers, and I was probably 33 or something like that, 34. It's a little bit very old for going into the computer industry. Normally they're all 18-year-old whiz kids.
Derek was delighted to find himself passing all the exams for his first computer job with flying colours. He gained lots of valuable experience, and now he has a job repairing laptop computers. Derek says getting to grips with his literacy problems was what got him where he is today.
There's no way that I would type in front of people, like my work colleagues, onto a PC if I hadn't got the confidence to not to spell things right. To go out in the workplace and just openly type in emails. Part of my job is to send emails to different companies all the time, typing out your forms and things like that. Going back just gives you that, just the confidence. I find now once I have a keyboard in front of me, once I start to type, I can bit by bit get up to speed, and you get a block now and again, but you have your keyboard there that the letter is there. So the letter doesn't disappear. Once you have that little bit of confidence, you can just start typing, you just get on the roll then, When you think back that I wouldn't take a chance on taking any application form or get any promotion where within a couple of years I'm an engineer. Even my family, they can't believe in such a short distance that you've just a changed person, you know what I mean? The fact of going in and doing what you love doing, you know what I mean? I love repairing things, I love computers. There's not many people that can turn around and say, yeah, okay, I love going to work, and it's fantastic,